All right, so welcome back, Marvel Strike Force Challenge, free to play, Journey to 100. We're gonna see if we can keep getting better and better every day. Today, I want to go over something new because I think everybody wants to know milestones and teams and that sort of thing. So, as a new to mid-level player, I think some of the things you should be aware of is like on these new milestones, you're probably not gonna max them out. So it's important to understand how your scoring goes and what you need to do. So battling in war, most of us can do that. You don't have to win the battle. You just have to battle. And if you battle, you should meet these standards. So this 72,000 is almost a given. These absolute A-Force ones, you're probably not going to get these if you don't have any absolute A-Force. So something like a trick to think about is if you have time, you can watch some of the other content creators and see what they're doing. So absolute A-Force, we were kind of told that we were going to have some reworks on, I think, Wasp and someone else. And because we were told that, we were able to go and farm them out and get them up to a higher star before the team even came out. So because I was able to do that, I was able to get some of these characters that will benefit me in this event. So that's something you can do as a new player. Expectation wise, I mean, I think the goal for this one would be probably milestone 10. Just shoot for that. But just, do your best. As a new to mid player, like, you can just do your best in these. I wouldn't go crazy with them. I wouldn't chase. If you don't have enough cores or anything like that, I wouldn't chase milestones at this point. That's more of an end game thing in my mind, but I could be wrong. In the spotlight, this is just going to be battling in raids. So you just battle in raids as the best you can. If you have Jean Grey, you could try to throw her in with a really strong team just to get it to work when it's not the alpha flight nodes. And just do what you can. Again, that's going to be another one. Unless you quarter out, you're not going to have a lot of success with. But like I said, just do the best you can at this point. And then these are just reviews. So coming over here, I almost always get, the streak surge, almost always get the campaign daily to get this milestone. Golden opportunity is hit or miss between like 2, 4, and 6 million. It just depends on what I have. I don't like to just spend money. And I definitely don't like to spend over this because you're still trying to save. This is a resource management game. As you can see, we spent a lot of campaign energy recently. And I'll go into that in a little bit. Just fighting in battles. I don't really mess with Shadow King. My team's just not strong enough. This is just opening up Path to Kahori, Miss Marvel, orbs, and then you can get their little things, and then you can open up more orbs. So the stretch goals, lucky coins. So this is just campaigning, and then Cosmic Crucible, and that sort of thing. So you basically just use these characters, and if you can't win, then you might as well use them anyways, because as long as you finish it and end it out, you'll get the points. You don't have to win to get these points. So, just try to do your best in those. But like I said, don't chase. And then lucky coins come from campaign. So hopefully, I guess the lucky coins went away a day early, so hopefully we get comped. I'd love to see us get comped to where I can get some more Miss Marvel shards, but I doubt that'll happen. The big thing is I want this training module. I need them to level up for DD4 at this time. And then you just have your monthly challenge. And again, just do your best. You're just participating. So each dumbbells you get by doing milestone events and things like that. The elastic band was one of the items to try to get in stretch goals. And then the new one's going to be the stopwatch. And you just try to get those. But if you can't, you can't. Don't chase them too hard until you're at the end of the game. Right now, we're just trying to do as much as we can with what we can without compromising a goal. You kind of have to have an end goal in mind, or else you're going to get caught up. So now that you know that, looking at Arena, like I said, I'm still terrible in Arena. I'm not even going to play it in front of you because I suck at it. It'll be embarrassing because I'll probably lose. I have had some comments on Arena teams. It's just, I don't know. I'm just not good at it. So, I do what I can. But as long as I'm under 250, I'm happy right now. Because I don't think I'm going to get under 100. So, I'm in that happy medium. As far as events go, Shadow King, I did what I could to get up to, the highest milestone I could. I'd love to get up here, but my Illuminati and stuff just aren't quite there yet. Maybe in the next go around, but like I said, you can't chase. You got to do what you can. And then coming over here, what I started doing recently is going through the Nexus hard nodes to try to get as much training materials as possible. So online it says that the training materials are only on certain nodes, but as far as I can tell, basically every last node has a chunk. So for me, I'm just farming those for now to get as much training materials as I can to get my characters up for DD4 level 80 plus. Blitz, look, honestly, for me, when I was starting, Blitz was a godsend. Like, I blitzed as much as I could whenever I could, because you can kind of get some new players that are very, very helpful. And initially, you're not in like the big world that all the other top players are in, or not top players, but bigger players are in. So you're not competing with people with a big roster. You're competing with people like you. So that's just something to keep in mind. Just going through my raids, I try to raid as much as I can. Initially, when I first became a part of this alliance, I wasn't good enough to finish raids, but I just kept trying, kept working, found out what characters were good, and built my raid teams. Cosmic Crucible is almost just like a depth game. You need to have a lot of depth. Fortunately, I got lucky. This person didn't put anything out there, so we're probably going to win that one. We are in Silver 1, and we'll probably hang out there for a little while, but that's fine. Yeah, that's what it is with that. And then, like I said, we're in DD4. Nothing really big over there. Coming over here to the roster, if you're going to be building teams right now, I highly recommend Spider Society, Extreme. So when I first started, I used the 50 Ultra Cores, the white Ultra Cores that you get, to buy, I think, Gambit and Cyclops, because I think it was like 30 and 20. And I bought both of them to get them started to create a whole team, and it worked out brilliantly. And they took me through a lot of stuff. Based off of what I'm reading, Cyclops isn't the best, so he gets replaced with like Rogue, OML, probably like Mephisto, I think, and Omega Red. So I'll probably end up doing that. But they're legendaries, so when you do the non-legendary global, this is a great team for that. So yeah. So Spider Society, Extreme, Alpha Flight was basically given to me. Similar with Hive Mind, like the game gives you those teams. Illuminati was basically given to me. And then, I just worked with that. Like I haven't really used a lot of Orcus. I haven't really used a lot of Astral outside of Battle World. And then Mercs for Money minus OML was given to me by the game, by doing milestones, because there's 3 different milestones, like Strike 1, Strike 2, and Strike 3. And they give you characters based on, how much you can play the game, and basically you just campaign or participate in like whatever level unlocks raids. You just have to participate in raids to get those characters. And then if you can, I would work on Uncanny Avengers, since there's the new raid team. I don't really mess a whole lot with Absolute A-Force. As you can see, I just got lucky, more or less, and they've been given to us. I didn't think I was going to get Night Stalkers, and I really haven't messed with them. And again, I haven't really messed with Cabal, but these are like my big teams that I mess with right now. But my favorite 2 are going to be Spider Society and Extreme X-Men. Some mistakes that I made were I worked really hard to get Silver Surfer, and I put a lot into Ultimus, but they're both not great characters. They're kind of soft. Another character that I put a lot into that's not great is Captain America. So I fell into the trap of Wave 1 Avengers. It just wasn't worth it. I really like Eternals. They do a lot. They're not a great combo, but they do a lot on the side that's very helpful. I I just haven't figured out my Superior 6, like Superior Sinister 6, so I don't use them as much. And then I got kind of unfocused, and I went after some apocalyptic stuff, so I leveled up Rogue. But that's not really bad because you're going to level up her anyways, which is good. Pegasus I chased Rescue for a while in the Blitz store, which wasn't necessary, but it worked out. Like, that's the other thing with this, guys, is like, you're not gonna, it's not the end of the world if you choose the wrong thing to do. There's lots of characters. This team's Infinity Watch, just, I wasted a lot of resources on that, and I'm not gonna do that anymore. But overall, like, it's just learning as you go. But like I said, Spider Society, Hive Mind, Extreme X-Men, I highly recommend those teams. And I think through the calendars and stuff like that, you're getting those teams. And then obviously Alpha Flight now is going to be important. And like, here, I'll show you this too. Like I said, I blitz like crazy. So I think that's a lot of blitz wins. And then, you just play the game. Like, you sign in the morning, you play a little bit for like 30 minutes, or maybe an hour if you have the time, 20, 30 minutes, but is usually what I do. And then in the afternoon, 20, 30 minutes. Like, you find your times when everything resets, and then you try to overlap those times. So in the morning, if it resets, you get it right before it resets and right after, and then in the night, right before and right after, because then you can take advantage of getting kind of like a 2-for-1 in the supply store. Some of the things in the supply store that I look for is basically, like, if I had the money, I'd buy this. I just don't have it. I don't have the snow globes. But since I have Ares now, I'm buying his ability materials. I bought all of these materials. Every character that's not maxed out that comes through here, I buy. That's the priority, is getting my characters higher. And then if there's a green dot and I have the energy, I'll buy these too. Coming into the main store, initially all I bought were the cheaps. So like the 3000s down here, and only if they needed them. Because remember, you have the whole day. So if you do what I was talking about, where you do the cross refresh, then you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone, and you could get double up on these and then instead of buying like 3 things and 1 thing you didn't need. Here, initially I was going after characters that I thought I liked and needed. And then now that I have a lot more blitz credits, I did defense boost and my war energy refills, because I like to do a little extra on war. And then in the raid store, again, just trying to max out characters. Like, this is too expensive to me, and I don't use Panda Pool that much. I may do it later. But I farm the heck out of Cyclops in here and some other characters. And then when I have the money now, I'll buy these L3s. And then I'd buy the L4s if I had the money too. I mean, this is a better deal than this, actually, because these are more than those, obviously. And then I don't really farm a whole lot of characters. I did Spider-Man or Gambit. I worked on them a lot. And initially, I just chose 1 so that if you can get into this 2 to 4 times a day, that's 2,000 arena credits, which you're not going to have initially, but that could be up to 40 shards a day. Oops, did that again. The war store, like I said, I wasn't buying a lot. That's why I have so many war credits, but now I am buying more. And again, it's just what I need. I'm not going crazy with that. That's how I got Circe. Over here, I'm starting to spend a little bit more on like Penny, Nightcrawler, that sort of thing. And then over here, if I have it, I'll get it. But if I don't have, like, U.S. Agent, I don't have him yet. And then if he has something over in Incursion, I'm not going to spend my red stars on something like that or whatever, if that makes sense. But that's basically it. That's how I handle the stores. It's like needs based. But that's it. Hopefully that gives you some like clarity into how I approach things. I don't think I'm the furthest along or whatever, but I'm having fun. I very rarely have been blocked by money or blocked by anything like that, or like by gold, excuse me. And I've been able to play the game and have fun with it. Day 76, level 81, probably going to level up pretty soon. right now, because we know ISO is going to be important in the next milestone, I've been saving my ISO. So really, guys, read the website, and then it can kind of give you like an idea of what's to come. And then watch a couple of YouTube videos, see what's up there. I mean, if you're watching this, I guarantee, I'd be surprised if you weren't watching other people, and you can kind of get an idea of what's to come, and you can kind of prepare for it. And yeah, hope this is helpful. And like I always say, please like, comment, and subscribe. I like hearing your comments, and it usually leads to some good stuff. Thank you.